Hello，你们好，我是 Kate. Hello, it's Kate from 中文10分钟. Nice to see you again. Today we will study HSK 1, Lesson 2, 谢谢. First, we will still watch some videos.
谢谢，
谢谢，不谢，
不谢，谢谢你，
谢谢你，
不客气，
客气。再见，再见。I'm sorry, there is a small problem in the third video. The audio was not played properly, but don't worry, I will read it again for you later. Number 1. 谢谢 Thank you. 不谢 No problem. Number 2. 谢谢你 Thank you. 不客气 You're welcome. Number 3. 再见 Goodbye. 再见 Bye. And I'm here to remind you this part is very, very, very important. I hope if you have time you could read it, memorize it, and recite it. Okay, let's move on to the next part, Chinese pinyin. Initials. I hope you still remember what I have said in our previous lesson, because then you can get a hand of new knowledge more easily and fastly. Now I will read the 7 initials for you. You could pay attention to my mouth and to observe how I pronounce them. So let's start from the first row. Zhi, shi, shi, zhi. The second row. Zi, zi, zi. Okay, no need to remind me. I know my facial expression looked so ugly when I read these initials. And I'm here and I want to remind you that when we read initials in the first row, our tongue finally roll up like this. Zhi, shi, shi, zhi. And when we read initials in the second row, our tongue is flat like this. Z, z, z. So be careful when you read them. Okay, next part. Let's study finals. Still, we need to study 6 basic finals in the first row. Now you could listen to me. Okay. Number 1, O. Number 2, An. Number 3, Okay, let's stop here for a while. Look at these 2 finals. Do you think they look similar? Yeah, the answer is yes, but there is some difference. When we pronounce the first final and our tongue will gradually touch our palate in the end, and it is read in shorter time. But when we pronounce the latter one, our tongue will not touch our palate in the end, and it is read in longer time, like Okay, let's continue. Number 4, Number 5, Number 6, on. Okay, now let's look at the first column. Basic final O and EO, U. Usually you will see its abbreviation more frequently. Second column, an. Number 2, an, yan. Number 3, wu an, wan. Number 4, yu an, yuan. Third column, basic final Next one, yang, yang. Number 3, wang, wang. Fourth column, basic final Next, wen, wen. Next one, in, not English word in, though their pronunciation sound similar. Next one, yun. Okay, fifth column, Next one, weng, weng, ing. The last column, ong, iong, yong. Is it complicated? I guess now you will agree that Mandarin is one of the most difficult languages in the world, but don't freak out, I'm here to help you overcome all the obstacles. Okay, next one. Monosyllabic words. So what does that mean? That means this word usually has one final or it corresponds to one Chinese character. Let's look at some examples. The first one, 思安, san. Number 2, 诗安, shan. Next one, 知翁, zhong. Next one, 西翁, xiong. The last one, 日恩, ren. Okay, next part. Bisyllabic words. So what does the disyllabic words mean? Yes, it means these words will have two finals or they correspond to two Chinese characters. Now let's look at some examples. 包英, bing, xiang, xiang, bing, xiang. Next, 鸡,鸡, dan, dan, 鸡蛋. Next one, 子无足, 气有球, 足, 足球. Next one, 是偶手, 不要表, 手表. The last one, 鸡翁熊, 猫猫, 熊猫. So next time when you see panda in a zoo, you could say, wow, that's a 熊猫. Next part, the neutral tone. What does neutral tone mean? I know there are 4 tones, but what is neutral tone? Let's look at an example. Ma, ma. When you look at this example, you might feel confused and want to shout at me that, what? You just told us that Chinese pinyin will have tones and finals for sure, but what is the matter with this one? Okay, I will tell you now, because this one is a special situation. when we meet these neutral tones, when we meet this kind of pinyin, we will read them shortly and lightly. And I'll show you how to read them. Let's look at the second example. Yeah, yeah. Number 3, nine, na. Number 4, ba, ba. Okay, and there are some other examples. You could try reading them with me. Okay, let's look at the first one. 衣服. Number 2, 椅子. Number 3, 弟弟. Number 4, 儿子. The last one, 喜欢. Okay, next part. Rules of pinyin, tone marking. Let's take 足球 for an example. Did you have this kind of questions in your mind that how do I know where should I put tones when I read Chinese pinyin? Should I put tone above the initial z or the final u? Or why can't I put tones above both e or u? And today I will tell you the principles behind this phenomenon. There are 3 rules that you need to remember. The first one, tone marks have to be put above vowels. They are a, o, e, u, ü. And when there are 2 or more vowels in the final, the tone marks should be on the one that is pronounced with mouth more wide open. The sequence being a, o, e, u, ü. And the last rule, the neutral tone is unmarked. Next part. These are keywords that you have to remember. Now you could listen to me and read with me. Number 1, 谢谢, thank you. Number 2, 不客气, you're welcome. Number 3, 不, no. The last one, 再见, goodbye. Yeah, indeed, we have to say goodbye now. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope I could see you next time. 下次见, bye bye. If you like us, please like us and subscribe to our channel. This is Kate from 中文10分钟.